This video is set up to help you do a quick curtain wall inside of FormIt. Now, there are multiple methods of getting this done. This is sort of a longhand or old school way of doing it. And if you notice, it's not the most precise either. One of the things you can see is I don't have a line or an edge for the glass. The glass is essentially cutting through the mullions. So this isn't a super precise way to get it done, but it's fast and it works well. And so this is a method that I'll often use in terms of getting something put together. So that said, let me go ahead and move this little demo piece out of the way here. Just a lasso around all that. Let's move it off to the side. So I'm going to set up this curtain wall to run from here to here. So the first thing that I typically do is go ahead and put the glass in first, which sounds a little bit backwards. And again, it doesn't make the most precise model because it's not individual panes of glass. But a lot of times what I'm looking to do on something like this is speed, right? Revit is going to give me the opportunity to make something like this pretty accurately. Inside of FormIt, sometimes I'm simply looking to make this quick. So what I'm going to do is start by putting in the glazing. So I'm running a long line across. I'm going to set that line up to be about 1 inch thick. So thinking of that as a couple of planes of glass, not just a single thickness of glass, but something a little bit thicker. And we'll build that polygon. I might want to remove, I should have a little extra edge right there. That was sort of my guide. Let's see if I can select that. Well, I'll probably leave it there. Let's try one more angle. Let's try this angle right here. There we go. That was my guide to set that glass in 1 foot back from the wall. So I'm going to select that and let's extrude it up to the top. Then I'm going to double select and apply my glass material. Cool. So I have essentially the glass running across. So the next thing that I want to do is go ahead and start putting the mullions in. So to do that, the first thing I want to do is group my glass. So just run the group. I'll name this glass. And then I'm going to use my line tool to draw out my mullions. Now again, typically the mullions go not as far to the outside of the glass as they go in. So I'm going to go about 1 inch out, 2 inches over. Then I'm going to swing to the inside of the glass to make sure it's not drawing on the surface of the glass. And we'll draw this 6 inches inside. And then I'm going to close that line out because I don't want this to be built with 2 lines right here. I'm going to go ahead and delete my guideline. And then I'm going to create a new line that closes this out. Again, I need to swing to the inside of my glass to start the line at the vertex endpoint of that line, and then to the other side of the glass to connect there. Cool. So just need to sweep that up. So again, I'm going to rotate to the inside of the glass. It'll make that a little bit easier to select. Use my sweep tool and bring that up. Blammo. Mullion 1. So I'm going to double click to select all of that. I'm going to group it to make it easier to click or to select mullion. Okay, and let's give it a good mullion color too. So new material, mullion, and let's get it sort of a grayish color with a bit of gloss, so it's a little bit metallic in its appearance. Yeah, that'll work. Mullion, that, okay. So once I have this, I'm going to be using the array tool essentially to stretch multiple mullions across. So this is, if I remember right, it was very arbitrary when I set it up. It's about 59 feet. So let's do about 10 mullions across. That's going to create panels of glass that are about, well, yeah, they'll be about 6 feet apart then. Wide enough for a door and large enough to be feasible, or small enough to be feasible. So with that group selected, I'm going to right click and go to my array tool right here. I'm going to do a linear array. I'm going to do a group of 10, and I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to start by selecting this inside edge on vertex, and I'm going to place that inside edge on this wall, and I want to make sure it's locked onto my axis. So I've got my horizontal divisions, or my vertical divisions, excuse me. So now I need to go ahead and put in my horizontal mullions. So to do that, I'm simply going to use my Create Rectangle tool. I'm going to go outside edge to outside edge, and then I'm going to flip around to the inside of the glass. Select this inside piece. Those mullions that I did were 2 inches thick, so I can go Tab, 2 inches. Let's make that a component again. Or not a component, you can tell sort of a Revit brain, don't I? Mullion, material, mullion. All right, so that's ready to array vertically now. So again, I'm going to select it. It's array, we don't need 10, let's do about 3. So again, I'm going to use the top edge this time. So top edge to top edge. And now with those still selected, they just deselected. Let's see here. Come on, work with me here. I'm going to use the tab button, and let's see if I can grab that group again. There we go. Right click, array, and this time we are back to a copy of 9 this time, because we will be 1 short. Right there. And that creates that basic curtain wall grid. Now from there, I can certainly move those up or down. I can get them working sort of at a more individual mullion level, but that pretty quickly gets me a curtain wall put together.